Ladies and gentlemen, the Greater Metro Junior Hockey League proudly presents to you the Bradford Bulls and the Bradford Rattlers. Battle of Bradford here. It's the third time this season between the two Bradford teams, the Bulls and the Rattlers. Starting goaltenders tonight, once again for the Bradford Rattlers, who did start and the 4-1 loss to the Self-Scope Shields, number 35, Trevor Babin, and for the Bradford Bulls, number 30, Noah Preston. And one of the players in warm-ups for the Rattlers did cross over the red line. That is number 6, one of the newcomers, Daniel Schultz, native of Moscow, Russia. And so the Bulls start the game on the power play. Dennis Fox on the other one, his man out near the half glass. Puck broken up and a long lead chance coming. Number 17, Stefan Hayek who sends the ground with physical play made by number 20, Hayden Dowling. 1:28 remaining on both power play. Shepard will leave it for Downing. Downing buckled by Valdezov. No one can find it. Lucas Collette does. Nearly avoids a hit, but it gets to the point to Arriola. Arriola to the point it comes to 16, and Black punches it on back to Arriola. Arriola still with it, makes a break wide pass over to Dowling. Dowling back to Arriola. Arriola finding Huey Shepard rushing in for the slot in front there, and it goes wide of Babin. Huey Shepard on it once more. Calante parks to the front of the net for the Bulls. Downing at the point for the Bulls, takes the puck here, looks to fire, won't do it, blocks it on back to Arriola. Arriola walks the line. Bulls taking their time here. It's Huey Shepard trying to make a backhand pass, can't do it. Nuka Payek's in the way. Jagilski out to the point to Arriola. Arriola still looking for a room. Back to Huey Shepard. Great puck movement here. Shepard trying to go short side. Babin having none of that. Back in front of the slot. Rink wide. Chance. Arriola's shot flashing it. Rebound in front off the side of the post. Scramble over top of the net. And that play was touched by a high stick. And so face-off will come all the way into the Bulls zone. The referees are signaling, but great penalty killing by the Rattlers here. Bradford Bulls with some splendid power play movement, working a cycle and just taking a number on the penalty killers for the Bradford Rattlers. 26 seconds remaining in the penalty to Daniel Schultz. 18:25 remaining in first period. Scores 0-0. Skylark bumping along, and the Bulls once again can reconvene and start back up on the power play that has 19 seconds remaining in it. Simon Borkhorn able to slap that puck down the length of the ice. Goaltender Noah Preston skips out of his net to leave it for Arriola. Arriola looks up, 5 seconds to go, a chance of one last rush, nearly broken up by Skylark. Hardly can make it all pass on back to Hayden Downing. Downing find Brendan Handley. Handley pinned up against the glass by Schultz. Oleg Grishitov played it on back over away from Skylark. Hit live from the point, that puck is shot up and out of the stands. Nearly into the glass of General Manager Sean's Worth office. Number 4 taking the draw for the Rattlers is Braden Morris. Morris making his Rattler return tonight after last season putting up career numbers, leading the team in assists. He had a point per game pace for the Rattlers. Long shot coming by Adis goes wide. Daniel Schultz pinned up against the boards. Lucan comes in the battle away from Schultz. Skylark on the ice with Braden Morris. End up getting Lucan. Mikhail lost it. Andis trying to work it back to the front. And rink wide chance got scrambled away from Trevor Babin. He's able to punch that puck along, and flipping that one is Yuri Skylark just out of the reach of Logan Fraser. And so taking back it along is Evgeny Lucan. Lucan comes to the point, feeds it on back over to Austin Kaz's quick shot, went wide. So look at back in front, rebound in front, they whack at it. But the goal will be waved off as the net has dislodged. Number 21 for the Rattlers, Alexander Gusainov. Into a fresh, only his third game this year for the Rattlers in the GMHL. Matthew Reynolds, he returns to the lineup tonight for the Rattlers. Lucas Collette has a rush on back, but that's broken up by the Bulls, and Jaisanov unable to get the puck. Long shot by Huey Shepard. Never got through. Lilly on the point. Broken up. Long chance coming for Lions. Brofald. Brofald streaking in for the Rattlers. Can't find a target. Everybody's pass broken up by Lilly, but Wilczek Pfeiffer keeps the attack on. Pfeiffer waits on the point. Trying to make a move. Makes another move around one of the Bulls defenders. Wilczek Pfeiffer able to get that puck back down low to the play of number 16 in white, Matthew Reynolds. Reynolds being harassed over by two players from the Bradford Bulls. Comes to the point. Brunetsky long shot, handled away by Preston. That puck gets flipped down out of the reach of, let's say, Brunetsky. Oleg Grishatov able to make a play. Intercepted in the neutral zone by the Bulls. They slap that puck back down. Babin will leave it for Grishatov. Grishatov out of the reach of Pavel Rodskov. Intercepted. Bulls trying to regain possession, but Vagosov able to streak on back to the Rattlers. Vagosov rushing back in, has Stefan Nukapayek with them. He's going to be the first Rattler to get the puck. Nukapayek pinned up against the glass. Corner boards now. Worked it back over to the half boards. In between the corner and the blue line where the battle was finally won by the Bradford Bulls. They're able to find Logan Fraser, a longtime Bradford Bull member. He's going to try to skate on back, look for some help. Finding 16 in black, but puck got worked back over to the play of Downing. Trevor Costello takes it for the Bulls. He had a big game in the Rattlers home opener here against these same Bulls. Notching 2 points, a goal, and an assist. Comes from point Arriola. Trying to keep that puck alive in the zone. He did successfully, but that puck got worked back over by the play of 14 in white for the Bradford Rattlers. That's Nikita Sakno. He got it back along. Now out come the Bradford Bulls. It's number 5. That is Isaiah Lawson. Rupe Kalanti. Rush back along, put it back to the slot, handled by Babin. And he'll freeze that puck for a cover and a halted play. 14:21 remaining. And this first period between the Bradford Bulls and the Bradford Rattlers. The score is 0-0. Vitayev Cherbakov on the face-off for the Rattlers, unable to win it. That puck gets worked back into the corner, and Mikhail takes it for the Bulls. Rattlers able to bring that puck along. It's Edgar Laneberg. Laneberg flutters that one into the corner, taken along by Simon Hollander. Hollander looking for Burkhorn. Burkhorn's quick shot may have caught Preston on by surprise. He's able to make a left pad stop with the glove. Braden Morris won it for Skylarek. Skylark brings it on back. Braden Morris takes it for the Rattlers. Morris shot a wraparound attempt there. Unable to find the designated target for the Rattlers. Puck went back over to the near side. Here Skylark took a pass from Lucan back to Braden Morris. Morris trying to find Lucan in the slot. Unable to do so. Skylark comes in, lays a hit, and steals the puck away. Skylark to the slot just off the stick of goaltender Noah Preston. Bradford Bulls able to peel on back with it. It's Braden Handley. Handley unable to find 16 for the Bradford Bulls. Number 16, that would be Ryan Smith. Ryan Jagilski met with a hit there by Skylarek. Feeded on back in, trying to find Morris, but it's kept alive by Simon Burkhorn. Nice move around Handley. Burkhorn to the point. It comes to profile. Quick shot turned away. Pardon me, that was Lucan. Lucan heads off for a line change. Wilczek Pfeiffer's line able to come out now. Daniel Schultz plays it to Wilczek Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back over to Burkhorn. Burkhorn intercepted in the neutral zone, but Wilczek Pfeiffer first to get there. Wilczek Pfeiffer streaks into the zone, trying to get around Jogilski, and he got the glass with the rising shot. Lucas Collette from Brofald. Brofald chipped away by O'Hagan. Wilczek Pfeiffer lost it in his skates. Puck got squirted on back to the play of 11. Game on Anges. Matthew Reynolds gains in the Bull zone, hauled down. Play will continue that shot in the protective mesh. Off a shot by Volchek Pfeiffer, deflected off a Bull, so face-off will stay in the Bradford Bulls end. Nikita Sakno on the draw for the Rattlers, broken up by the Bulls. They're able to break out. Last profile out of the skates of Dennis Valgazov, until icing will come after all that. Goaltender Trevor Babin this season, 3 wins, 1 loss. Only 9 goals against Trevor Babin in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania native, with a save percentage of 9-7. Hugh Shepard on Sakno on the faceoff. Sakno able to win it for the Rattlers. Shepard comes in to help for the Bulls. Ariala hooked that puck up and now gets worked back over to 16 and black for the Bradford Bulls. That is Ryan Smith. Handling to Shepard. The point comes to Ariala. Ariala shot was blocked and long chance coming from Nuka Payek. Just out of reach of the Russian native. Pardon me, Stefan Nuka Payek is from Nunavut. Apologize on that dispute. Nuka Payek, Stefan hit by Mikhail. Dennis Valkasov, icing will be waved off. Valkasov will try to go for a skate in the Bull zone. It's ring glide pass to Oleg Grishitov. Grishitov can't get anything going there. Broken up by Logan Fraser. Stops it along. Taking it back. Oleg Grishitov can't get a shot away. Daniel Labonte is on the ice with Nikita Sakno and Dennis Valgazov. Long shot coming from the point, broken up. Sakno and Fraser in front of the net getting into a little jousting matchup here, but the Bulls able to bring that puck and send it back down to Babbitt in a face-off, or what have we here. Not quite sure what the call on the play was, but face-off will be in the Bull zone until Cherbakov on the face-off. Daniel Devontae comes in to help him there. Landberg and Devontae on the ice for Bradford Bulls, centering it. It's Matev Cherbakov. Puck bumped along. Antonio Briggs-Blake was the first goal to get in there, but Trevor Babin came out of set to break it up. A long chance coming by Devontae. Devontae, ring glide pass coming to Landberg. Simon Berghorn, native of Sweden, sends a ring glide pass to Matev Cherbakov. Cherbakov breaks into the zone for the Rattlers, broken up on a great defensive stick made by Trevor Costello. Bradford Bulls trying to get a chance, maybe a 2-on-1. Number 5 for the Bulls shot cut in. That puck was broken up by a great play by Simon Berghorn. Salter, number 26 for the Bulls, played it to the point there to Hugh Shepard. Shepard, long shot coming, broken up. Puck got squared over behind the net and right into the glove of Trevor Babin. No further play will come after that as he covered for a face-off with 9:31 remaining. And this is the first period. Score is still 0-0 for these Bradford teams. Getting Lukan's line is on with Yuri Skylaruk and Braden Morris. Skylaruk picks up the puck, left it for Morris. Morris, long shot coming from the point, broken up by a Bull defender, and that puck is sent up and out of play. Bradford Bulls have really shocked the GMHL, coming out of the gates flying. They're in second in their respective division. Rattlers not too far behind them. Long shot coming, they score! Yuri Skylaruk! Bradford Rattlers are off off and running. Point and Babin gloves it, lets the play, but decides to hang on. So we finally have a goal to report. Yuri Skylarek picking up the first goal of the game. The point comes, it's Downing for the Bulls. Slap shot, teased it up, and Babin able to get square to that. Huey Shepard on the point, it comes to Downing. Downing has Fraser, his defense partner on. Huey Shepard trying to peel back in front of the goal, broken up by the Rattlers, and out they come. Gusev, a long chance out of the reach of Volchek Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer hit by Downing. Gusev takes it on for the Rattlers, one of the newcomers, up to Alexei Brunetsky. Brunetsky set it back down, has the puck once more, trying to work it back to the front of the net. Unable to do so until the Bulls able to start on back. Rishatov for the Rattlers sends it back in. Preston able to handle that puck and cover for a face-off with 8:10 to go in the first period. Again, the score is 1-0. The Bradford Rattlers over the crosstown rivals, the Bradford Bulls. We welcome everyone who is watching tonight's broadcast. Face-off was won by the Bradford Bulls. Briggs Blake's line on for the Bradford Bulls on their black jerseys. Bradford Rattlers, of course, wearing their own whites. Aidas for the Bulls, chopped it on back to Costello, back to Ariala. Ariala took a hit by Stefan Nukabayan. Vladisov breaks it up for the Rattlers, trying to gain on in, unable to do so. Mikhail is dropped, the play will continue. Babin looks to come out of his goal to play it for Simon Burkhorn. Burkhorn to Brunetsky, broken up as Burkhorn had to be quick on that pass because Ahubi Kalante was coming after him quickly. Long chance coming for number 6, the Bradford Rattlers, who do not have him on the player sheet here. We'll try in their admission to get that name for new Rattler fans. Sackmill left it for Vagzov. Vagzov breaks in, but a great defending effort was made by Costello. Lucas Spillett backhands a pass behind this net, nearly broken up into the neutral zone, but it's going to be taken along by Simon Burkhorn. Burkhorn able to find Simon Hollander. Hollander pass is broken up. Jagilski able to skate it on for the Bulls. Lucas Spillett found Simon Hollander. Hollander able to be in the zone, try to work a pass around. Got hit by Jagilski, but it stays on his feet. Pass came out of the zone. Burfold and Bullet will play catch with it. Cherbakov on the ice with Novotny and Hollander. Cherbakov avoided the hit coming by Logan Fraser. Novotny passed right towards the goal, lost a handle on it. Pardon me, that was Cherbakov, but keeping the zone alive with Simon Hollander. Hollander has been out there for a while. He'll head off for a change for Yuri Skylarek. Expect to see his line come on very, very soon. Huey Shepard, leading point getter for the Bradford Bulls, sent that puck in deep. Linus Brofald broken up by Shepard. Shepard to the point, tipped on goal. Cherbakov for the Rattlers. Once again, he's been out there for quite a bit, along with Edgar Landberg. Pass broken up by Ariala for the Bulls, number 4 in black. Trevor Costello, 15 for the Bulls, played it on back. Huey Shepard had it, lost it. Gaining the puck now is Brandon Handley. Handley works it back to the slot, in front, and one stop by Babin. Rebound, he got the pad stop on that one. 2 big saves by the Philadelphia natives. Evgeny Lukin has to carefully saucer a pass over to Yuri Skylarek. Skylarek breaks in, has Morris coming on the wing. That puck is out of the zone as Ogrechatov will peel on back and wait for reinforcements as he skates on back in. Trevor Costello quickly on him as Braden Morris trying to get a sharp angle shot there. Nothing happening as far as the chance coming there. Trevor Costello for the Bulls, he's going to go for a skate. Costello broken up by Braden Morris. Great to have him back on the lineup. Skylarek to Lukin to Morris. Braden Morris tries to split the D. He cuts in front, gets hooked, but play will continue. One pass coming to Anthony Mikhail. Mikhail had it lost, gains it back and shot from the near boards. It's broken up. Skylarek sends his man to the ground. Mikhail broken up into the slot and a diving effort by Grishatov to get that puck to Skylarek. Skylarek with Lukin and Morris. Skylarek into the slot, waiting, won't shoot it. He tried to get a quick trigger pull, but it got fanned on. So Curtis Bergkorn one-timer. Nothing happening there. Didn't get all of it on it. Bawa, he is run over by Evgeny Lukin. That was Bola taking the big hit, broken up by 11. Damian Angus. Angus to the front, rebound in front, and they score on the rebound. After all the good chances the Bulls have gotten in this game, they're finally able to cash in, and it was the man who took a big hit by Evgeny Lukin. Alexander Bola picks up his first goal of the season to tie the game up at 1. 3 minutes, 41 seconds. Time left in the first period. That was the time that the Bulls tied this game. So we're back to a stalemate. Rusev had it, lost it. Brofald slapped it back in. Noah Preston left it for Ariala. Ariala able to break it on back over to the player of number 12 in black. That is Rupe Kalante, the third-year Bradford Bull. Kalante worked it back to the front. Can't find anything there. Isaiah Lawson met by a hit by number 16, Matthew Reynolds. Reynolds and Brofald coming to help, and so Gusov able to take it on back for the Rattlers. Gusadov trying to find a man in the white jersey. Find Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer shooting that one, and a rising shot deflected off the mask and up and out of play, and so faceoff will stay inside the Bull zone. Again, if you're just joining us, Alexander Bola, the Bradford Bulls native of Colorado, tied the game up not too long ago, so it's 1-1 here in the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena for Sunday night GMHL action between the crosstown rivals. Half-boards battle will continue. Rattlers able to prevail on that one, but the Bulls able to streak on back, and Huey Shepard streaks on back into the Bulls, and his shot got the boards. Alexei Bernetsky was the one Rattler back, lost an edge, and so that was able to get the Bulls a very dangerous look on Trevor Babin. Babin didn't have to work too hard as that shot by Huey Shepard missed the net. Dennis Augustos takes on back with it. He's going to be harassed by handling. Dog was able to rush back over along by Logan Fraser. Bogusov, great play by Fraser, setting Bogusov to the ground. Bernetsky tried to do the same. He has on the point. Bernetsky back to Grishatov. Won't shoot it. He does now. Deflected in front there, and it's up and out of play. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. The score is still 1-1. Evgeny Lukin's line on with Skylarek and making his Rattlers return here at home Braden Morris. 2-on-1 chance for the Bulls. It's Jagielski with Kalante shooting that one and getting the glove. There's Trevor Babin. Repeat Kalante's line on for the Bulls. Braden Morris's line on for the Rattlers. Lucas Blatt pumps it along the glass and broken up by number 5, Isaiah Lawson. Quick shot coming by Kalante, getting the boards. Skylarek bumping along with Salter. Ariala to the point it comes. Jagielski shot, rebound, Salter in for a diving effort made by Babin. Lawson pinned up against the boards by Skylarek. He and Lawson still battling away, but Lawson able to get it back for the Bulls. Isaiah Lawson, Luka comes to the help, it comes to the point now. Ryan Jagielski walks into one and he scores! Ryan Jagielski makes it a 2-1 Bulls lead. In front of the net, Trevor Babin had no chance on that shot by Jagielski, who absolutely walked into one. As it was a screen shot, very surprised it didn't hit anyone on the way, as the Rattlers are one of the best teams in the league at blocking shots. Goosehead broke up by Pfeiffer. He's unable to get there first as Noah Preston came out of his net to play that puck away from Vocek Pfeiffer. Matthew Reynolds skated in, tried to lay a hit on Ariala, unable to do so, and so number 16 for the Bradford Bulls able to peel one back along. Oleg Krishitov's shot got the boards. Gustav got the Burkhorn. Burkhorn's quick shot coming from the point is handled by Noah Preston. Trevor Babin still a bit frustrated with himself after allowing the tie-breaking goal by Ryan Jagielski, longtime member of the Bradford Bulls. Bogzov on with Stefan Nukapayek and Nikita Sakno. Sakno is third for forwards and points for the Rattlers. Sakno's going to head right in front of the net. That's where he gets most of his goals. Great power forward, Nikita Sakno is. Nukapayek found Burkhorn. Burkhorn along to Oleg Reshitov, sent it back in deep. Bogzov with first Rattler to rush after number 20, Hayden Downing. Downing had it, got it back over to Huey Shepard. Brendan Handley lost it to Burkhorn. Burkhorn sent it back in deep, and so Downing took a bump at the final minute. The horn sounded and the first period, but the action has not stopped as the linesmen are trying to get in to separate the two teams. So that will do it for the first period. The score is Bradford Bulls 2, Bradford Rattlers 1. Nick Stella from Bradford Rattlers. We'll see you all back here for the second period of action after this. Second period of action set to get underway here in the Bradford West Goldenberg Arena. And after the first period, the Bradford Bulls lead the Bradford Rattlers by a score of 2-1. The tie-breaking goal was scored by number 7, Ryan Jagielski from the point late in the first to regain the lead for Bradford Bulls. And so the second period is underway here in Bradford. Okay, Lucan's line will start with Braden Morris and Yuri Skylarek. Puck pumped back along, and Bulls able to streak on back, unable to do so, and so Antonio breaks play, able to skate on back, but it's broken up by Skylarek. Skylarek pumped it to Lucan, can't find Morris. Morris able to peel on back to his stick, just out of the reach. So taking on back of the Bulls in a regained possession, unable to do so as Simon Burkhorn will skate it on back for the Rattlers. Daniel Schultz on the ice with Simon Burkhorn, his defense partner. Burkhorn can skate on back, but it's broken up by a great play by Hayden Downing. Downing will go for a skate, try to get around. Evgeny Lucan cuts to the front. Can't find anyone in a black jersey there, so Skylarek can bump it along to the play. Out number 20 once more, Hayden Downing. Downing found Fraser. Fraser found Shepard. Shepard broken up by Handley. He found his man number 16 in black, Brian Smith. Gilski's quick shot from the point was intercepted and deflected up and out of play. Brendan Handley on the face-off against the Rattlers, Matthew Reynolds. Reynolds won that. Lance Brofald flipped on to center, broken up by Diego Arreola. Lance Brofald nearly lined up his man. Brofald and Reynolds. Bat away, gets to Gusev. Gusenov left it for Reynolds, put it to the neutral zone, and so Trevor Costello walked along the boards. Cats has to peel on back on sides. Gusenov's line on with Vilcek Pfeiffer and Matthew Reynolds. Gusenov harassing his man Trevor Costello. Try to get it out. He's going to do it here. 2-on-1 for the Bulls. Ryan Smith to the play. Shooting, score! Huey Shepard picks up his 9th goal of the season. Bulls lead by 3-1. Bequanti on the ice. Take the face-off against the Rattlers, number 14, Nikita Sakno. Daniel Schultz back to Valkazov. Valkazov, nice move around Fraser. To the front comes the Grishitov, shot blocked. Sakno won it for the Rattlers in a stick battle there. Broken up by Nuka Pajek. Shrieks it on back to the play to Daniel Schultz. Schultz peeled it on back, broken up by Downing. Trevor Costello pinned up along the boards. Costello sticks it on out, but intercepted on the point. The Griffin tops his tag on back on side as Fraser can make a pass out of the reach of any Bulls player. Valkazov makes a one-touch pass out of the reach of Nuka Pajek. Logan Fraser harassed by Stefan Nukapajek, native of Nunavut. Daniel Schultz takes his man out. Great play by him, but O'Hagan sticks on back to the Bulls. O'Hagan gone to the slot, broken up by Grishitov, picking it along the boards. Try to keep his own with Jagielski. He had the second goal for the Bulls tonight. Unable to do so as Adis lost it to Grishitov, played it to Valkazov. Valkazov left it to Schultz. Schultz shrieks in, shooting that one, and it's stopped by Noah Preston. They have Cherbakov on the face-off for the Rattlers, broken up by Landberg. Landberg peeled it to the front there, and a shot went wide by Cherbakov. Last Brofald comes into pinch. Trevor Costello broke it up for the Bulls. Puck in a half-boards battle. Simon Hollander on the ice of Landsberg and Cherbakov. Lance Brofald on the ice along with Lucas Collette and a pounding. Will be called against the Bulls, I do believe. Tripping will be the call. So the man who recently just scored, Huey Shepard for the Bradford Bulls, number 19, will head to the bench. 2 minutes before tripping. So the Rattlers test out their first power play of the night. Try to go 1-for-1. Braden Morris on the ice with Evgeny Lukin, Matthew Reynolds, Schultz, and Burkhorn. The point men for Rick Jackman's Rattlers. That shot by Morris rang off the pipe. Morris on the draw to Burkhorn. Burkhorn to the point, shooting that one, flexed away by the pad of Preston. Reynolds found Schultz, head fake, got back over to Reynolds to Schultz. Schultz fakes the drive, getting it back to Burkhorn. Burkhorn towards the net, blocked in front by Briggs Blake. To the point it comes to Schultz. Schultz working it back down low to Reynolds. Reynolds harassed there by Downing, played over by Schultz with his skate. Big hit coming. One-timer won't shoot as Morris. Morris lost an edge. Fraser able to send that puck down the length of the ice, and so the Bulls able to get a line change. Same 5 power play men on for Rick Jackman's Rattlers. Daniel Schultz. Long shot pass to Burkhorn. He found Lukin. Evgeny Lukin streaks on back in for the Rattlers. To the point, it's Burkhorn. Burkhorn back down low, tipped on goal by Reynolds. Didn't get towards goal. Linus Brofeld to Burkhorn. Burkhorn waits, looking, finding Morris. Morris shoots in, shooting that one. Sharp angle shot was turned away by the blocker by Preston. .47 seconds remaining in the power play for the Rattlers. 14:50 remaining in the second period. Guzanov on the ice with Pfeiffer and Nikita Sakno. Yuri Skylark and Linus Brofeld will win the points. Brofeld, the lone defenseman out there for the Rattlers. Skylark sends it in deep, broken up by Preston. The goaltender from the Bulls left it for Trevor Costello. Costello able to get that puck down the length of the ice until Babin comes out of his net to make a quick pass. But he's going to take his time and play it back for Linus Brofeld. Brofeld down Volchek Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer able to get it in deep. Pfeiffer streaks in. Try to get around Ariallo, try to make a between the legs move with the puck. Well, it's just left behind him. One last chance on the power play. Linus Brofeld will wait. Power play is over. The Bulls have killed it. We're back to 5-on-5. Skylark peels his way through the ice. Volchek Pfeiffer try to make another move, but it's broken up and out come the Bulls. Huey Shepard fresh out of the box, left it into the slot, and Ryan Smith couldn't get a quick shot away. Brendan Handley to the front of the net, unable to get anything there, and try to send it back towards the front was Handley. Can't do it there. Punched away by Babin, broken up by the Rattlers. They try to clear down the line for the ice, and they do. Racing after it is Guzanov. Guzanov goes around behind Preston, broken up by Ariala. Guzanov broken up by Handley. Guzanov still with it. Guzanov to the slot in front there, just out of reach of Volchek Pfeiffer, who's on the puck once more. Pfeiffer trying to get by Ariala. Pfeiffer still with it. To the point it comes to Skylark. Shooting that one, deflected away. Ariala tried to whack at it in front there, but it's broken up by Pfeiffer again. Volchek Pfeiffer harassed by Ariala. Ryan Smith comes in to help there. Ariala still battling away in there with Sakno. Sakno lost it back over to Pfeiffer. Try to find his point man Skylark. He punches back along, but a 3-on-1 for the Bulls. Ryan Smith with it. Shooting that one, stuffed by Babin. Trevor Babin standing tall to keep this a 2-goal lead for the Bulls. They still lead 3-1 with 12:52 remaining in period number 2. The point comes to Fraser, shooting that one through Chapek, rebound in the slot. They're trying to backhand that one. Stop, rebound, and it goes in. No one picked up a lone man in front from the Bulls, so they extend their lead to 3. It's 4-1 for the Bradford Bulls, so we're going to see a goaltender change here tonight. Trevor Babin's night is over. Milan Koznar in between the pipes for the Rattlers. Trevor Babin obviously frustrated with himself as he did all he could to keep his boys in this game, and I wouldn't blame a lack of defense, just an overall poor team effort by the Rattlers, I'd say, and they're going to take a penalty here. Juan Kolsnar touches up. Nikita Sakna will sit off for 2 for cross-checking. As the Rattlers letting their emotions and frustration get the best of them. 12:26 remaining in the second period. Bulls will test out their third power play of the night. They're already 1 for 2. Arriola found Downing. Downing to the point now to Arriola. Back over to Downing. Downing, Arriola, Smith. Pardon me, that is Huey Shepard. Shepard walks the line to find Arriola. Strategy for the Bulls power play is just take it as slow as you can. Calm, cool, collective. One-timer in front there. That went wide. Noah Preston left it for Arriola. Dennis Valentine hot on his tail. Downing fed a rink-wide pass over to Ryan. Rupe Kalante broken up as Arriola has to be quick as Valentine again hustling after the penalty. The power play unit for the Bradford Bulls. Valkosov heads off in exchange for Yuri Skylarek. Rupe Kalante took that puck in the slot. Huey Shepard now has it once more. Kalante heads to the front of the goal. To the point it comes to Downing. Downing won't shoot. Skylarek is blocking all the lanes he has, so he dumps it into the corner. Broken up there, but Arriola keeps the puck alive again. Downing at the point. Won't shoot. Looks to the point. Arriola, he won't shoot. He made a rink-wide pass, intercepted into the slot until the Rattlers able to sling it on back down length of the ice. And they're going to do so just there. Yuri Skylarek with Morris. Morris just out of reach of him and it crowds into the front, whacking of sticks in there. That puck may have gone off a stray stick in front. And so to calm the play down is O'Hagan for the Bradford Bulls. Pardon me, that's Agus. Agus cuts towards the goal in front there, and Milan Kolsnar comes out of his goal to cover that puck with 8 seconds remaining in the power play for the Bulls. Antonio Briggs-Blake. His power play line will come out for the Bradford Bulls. Briggs-Blake, native of Maryland. Briggs-Blake will be leads out of the draw, so coming in to take it is number 8, Anthony McHale. Rebound in front there, Kolsnar able to punch out along the side. It comes to the point of Trevor Costello. Costello got it back to McHale. LD is over. Nikita Sakna comes out of the box. On Kolsnar has to be careful playing that way. Linus Grofald plays it on back, broken up by Ryan Jagilski. He found Anthony McHale. Briggs-Blake takes it on back. Nice play by Briggs-Blake, shooting that one in front and it goes wide. Antonio Briggs-Blake with a great pass into the slot, unable to finish it as Huey Shepard. The point comes to Jagilski. Try to work it back into the front there, can't get anything going there. Trevor Costello has to peel on back out. Matthew Reynolds having words for himself. Heads onto the bench as that has pretty much summed up the Rattlers game here tonight. Grofald found Gusev shooting, he scores! Alexander Guzanov cuts the lead in half. The Rattlers have 2. And Grishitov on the points for the Rattlers to restart here after Bradford Rattlers are starting to get some life back. Dennis Valgazov and Matthew Reynolds. That's Stefan Nukapayek. Downing lost it to Fraser. Nukapayek comes in to help. Valgazov trying to punch on back in there. Krishitov can't keep the zone alive until streaking on after it. Is Rupe Kalante. Kalante is sent to the ice. A nice play coming by Nikita Sakno. Krishitov pumped along by Rupe Kalante. Salter number 26 for the Bulls to continue on back. Valgazov trying to get it back in deep. He'll get so there. Preston comes out of his going to play it. Salter for the Bulls. Streaks on back. Can't find his man number 11 in black. Damon Anges. Salter still with it. Try to find Anges. He's going to send that puck back down. Morfald pinned up against the glass, and so Nukapayek try to get that one back. Nukapayek in Bellet. Brasser man back down low, and so Sakno comes in to help, sending his man to the ground to see just Bellet. That draws a reaction from the Rattler bench to celebrate the hit. Dennis Valgazov gets around the defender. Valgazov in front, and it's stopped by Preston. Logan Fraser nearly got burned on the quick speed by the Russian native Nikita Sakno. Dennis Valgazov. Skylar punched it along with his stick. Lucas Bellet skates on down to retrieve that puck. 8 minutes to go here in the second period. It's 4-2 for the Bulls over the Rattlers. Bellet trying to play that pass. He looked to go off on a line change. He's going to streak on in, and a quick shot handled by the breadbasket of Noah Preston. Off one by Morris. It comes to the point, trying to shoot that one as Schultz unable to do so. Brofeld trying to punch on back, unable to do so. Long outlet pass, nearly found his man number 2 in black. To the point it comes down to Arriola, trying to loft that puck towards the goal, unable to do so, and so Daniel Schultz took that puck away for it. The Bradford Rattlers, they're still a little sloppy in the defensive zone. Braden Morris, the returning Braden Morris, punches over Trevor Costello. Broken up by Schultz. Schultz can't get anything going there. Brendan Handley, one-on-one against Schultz. He left it for Brofeld. Brofeld sends it back in as Trevor Costello can look back over with 7 minutes remaining. And this, the second period, as Arriola made a long pass. Outlet are the Bradford Bulls. Ryan Smith shooting that one. Pad save made by Koznar. Minus Brofeld, and a stick in the face behind the play, and so Morris will head off for high sticking. They might need to check if there's blood drawn on Ryan Smith. So 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Bradford Bulls have tested out their 4th power play of the game. They're returning Braden Morris, heading off for high sticking. O'Hagan, Mikhail, and number 4 for the Bradford Bulls on the ice. This penalty killing unit. Pardon me, not number 4, it's number 8 for the Bradford Bulls, Anthony Mikhail. Mikhail trying to work it back to the front. He heads over behind the goal. Rishitov played back away. Fraser trying to pinch on him to get a lead chance, unable to do so, and so Preston able to come out of the zone net to play that puck to Trevor Costello. Fraser, O'Hagan, and Costello will work this breakout. Adis nearly avoided a check coming from Nukapayek. Andis to the point it comes to Costello. Trevor Costello walked it over to Fraser. Fraser to Costello, just balled off his blade, and so the Bulls need to tag on back. Fraser heads off on a line change for Noah Downing. Downing from behind the zone goal looks up with 50 seconds remaining in their power play. Downing made a move on Skyler, an aerial pass nearly gloved down, but Skylarek pulls a rink-wide pass to Daniel Schultz. Schultz sent it back as far as the red line, and so Ariola able to keep it from behind his own goal and look back up. Huey Shepard on, as long as Ryan Smith. Smith takes the pass here, has Rupe Kalante on the near side. Ryan Smith goes behind Linus Brofald. Jagilski comes, peels in behind them. That puck is lifted on back by the Rattlers. Great penalty killing as that puck will be handled by goaltender Noah Preston. Use it for Ariola. His defense partner Downing shakes the line behind with them. Rupe Kalante takes it for the Bulls. Just out of his reach there, and so Schultz can peel it on back. Broken up. And so Morris comes out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. Downing, quick shot, deflected away by Koznar and up and out of play. .4:43 remaining in the second period. We're glad that you guys could join us here for Sunday night action here in the GMHL between the two crosstown rivals, the Bulls and the Rattlers. Face-off won by 16 in white. I almost forgot who that is. That is Matthew Reynolds, of course. Milan Kolzer comes out of his own goal to play it. One thing I've noticed about the Rattler goalies and the Bradford Bulls goalies, they're not afraid to come out of their net to play the puck, as Noah Preston comes out of his goal to play it to Trevor Costello. Rink-wide pass to Ryan Jagilski. He's going to play it on back to Costello once more. Costello found Briggs Blake. Briggs Blake tried to loft the pass away from Schultz, broken up by Reynolds, and so Mikhail shrieks it on back to the play of Jagilski. Jagilski, third-year Bradford Bull to Trevor Costello. Lofts the pass out of reach of Briggs Blake. Taking it is Edis. Rink-wide pass. Got out of reach of Anthony Mikhail. So Matthew Reynolds shrieks on back, shooting that one wide on the glove side. Switzerland's Lucas Millette. Put it to Oleg Grishitov, the big defenseman, trying to cut towards the front of the goal. In front for Gustanov. That one rang off the pipe. Anthony Bola took a bump by Millette. Julian Favell on the ice for the Bradford Bulls. Out comes Braden Morris, shooting a low one, deflected off the stick and up and out of the protective mesh, and so a face-off will be coming in the Bradford Bulls end. 3:12. Time remaining in the second period. Score still 4-2 for the Bradford Bulls. Logan Fraser on the ice for the Bulls with Hayden Downing. Brofald and Schultz made the points for the Rattlers. Logan Fraser finding Shepard to Braden Handley. Handley still with it. Rink-wide pass to Smith in front there. Stopped by Kolznar. Puck battle up in the air. No one's able to find it, but the Rattlers just getting out of their own zone. Yuri Skylarek trying to get by Downing. Skylarek left it back to Schultz, broken up by the Bulls. They can get it out, and a face-off, and what have we here? Offside, I do believe, was called against the Rattlers, and indeed it was. Nikita Sakno won the draw against Rupe Kalante. Lucas Millette looks out of the reach of Nuka Payek until Fraser has to pick on back. Fraser sends the boards by Nuka Payek. Downing is able to find number 16 for the Bradford Bulls, O'Hagan. Pardon me, number 18 from Bradford Bulls, that is O'Hagan. Alistair O'Hagan, that is. Puck kicked along by Nuka Payek, broken up, so Ariola able to loft the pass just out of the reach, and as far as the opposition blue line, and so the Rattlers will tag on back with Dennis Valksall taking an aerial pass from Valgazov. Pardon me, from Grishitov, that is. Rattlers will tag on back onside. Ariola found Salter. pinching back along the loop by Kalante. Can't find his man Salter, and so Grishitov skates on back to the point for the Bradford Rattlers. Intercepted by Huey Shepard, dangerous man on the ice. Huey Shepard, sharp angle shot, caught down by Milan Koznar. Huey Shepard's line on against the Matthew Reynolds line. Face-off won by the Bulls. It comes to the point. Long shot tipped on goal. Trying to get anything going there. Long in the slot there is Huey Shepard a drive, and it's stopped by Koznar. Charles Lilly on the point for the Bulls with Ryan Jagilski. 1:25 to go in period number 2. The score is still 4-2 for the Bradford Bulls. Long shot coming. Ill-advised. Gusanov had the recent goal for the Rattlers. Send it back down the length of the ice. Can't find Volchek Pfeiffer until icing will be called against the Rattlers. Toronto Fan 34 in the chat. This is indeed a rivalry matchup, as both these teams don't really care for one another. Face-off won by Matthew Reynolds for the Bradford Rattlers. Punching back along is Ryan Smith. Smith being harassed by 2 players by the Bradford Rattlers. Huey Shepard is going to hover along, try to poke that puck in free, and so Smith able to get it in free, try to stuff it in front by Koznar. Puck is loose, the official says. Linus Grofald finding Volchek Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer shooting away from a check. Grofald joins the rush with under a minute to go. Volchek Pfeiffer to the front, they score! Alexander Gusanov again. Gotta give a big thumbs up to Volchek Pfeiffer. Started from his own zone with a nice play by Linus Grofald. He had a great idea to jump into the rush. Not a lot of time remaining on the clock. He's able to find Volchek Pfeiffer. He made a great pass out front to find Alexander Gusanov. And he has the second goal of the game. Third goal for the Rattlers here tonight. They're down by 1. 40 seconds remaining in the third period, in the second period that is. Hayden Downing found Fraser. Fraser pumped it along, broken up by Anthony Mikhail. Preston well behind the play to Fraser, back over to Downing. Downing with it, found Mikhail. Ring glide pass coming to Adis. Adis can't find Briggs Blake coming into the slot there, so it's going to be broken up by Grishitov. Aerial pass kept alive by Downing. He and Lucan collide right near the blue line. The 2 seconds and 1. The buzzer has sounded to end 40 minutes of play here between the Rattlers and Bulls. And so after the second period, the score is the Rattlers 3, the Bulls 4. Nick Stella will be back with you the third period of action after this. Third period of action set to get underway here in the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena. Bradford Bulls at the end of 2 periods lead the Bradford Rattlers by a score of 4-3. Alexander Gusanov had 2 goals in the second period to cut the lead from 2 goals to 1. Third period is underway. Milan Koznar in the net replacing Trevor Babin tonight. Koznar comes out of his own zone. Risky pass out of the reach of Schultz. Tied up along the corner boards nearest to us. Andis to the point it comes. Rink wide it comes to Fraser. Fraser lost it towards goal. Deflected away into the slot will be broken up by Schultz. Keeping the zone alive is Downing. Koznar can't get the puck on that one. Schultz left it for Morris. Morris's line on with Lucan and Skylarek. Here's Skylarek. Nice move, try to get towards the slot. Unable to do so. They're both dragged down. Long pass coming just down the length of the ice. on goal to long goals there, so icing will be waved off as Simon Brickhorn skates on back to find Braden Morris. Morris tees one up, shooting that one. Blocked away by Preston. Goal's acting a little sloppy right now until the Rattlers take advantage. Lupin took a play from Morris. Okay, Lupin cuts towards the goal. May have been hooked. Play will continue. No call on that. Guzanov out there bidding for the hat trick. To the point it comes to Brofald. Can't get all if he wanted on that. Huey Shepard bumps it down low. Lucas Billette streaks it on back up to the neutral zone. It comes to Lukin. Back down to Matthew Reynolds. As Guzanov with him. Reynolds can't find Guzanov there. Volchek Pfeiffer on the ice with Reynolds and Guzanov. Guzanov picks it back up along from Brandon Handley. To the point it comes to Billette. Billette picks up on his backhand, plays it to Brofald. Last Brofald shooting, blocked by Ryan Smith. Reynolds finishing his check behind the play. Last Brofald takes back up. Lead chance on a breakaway for the Bradford Bulls as Brandon Handley passing it to Shepard and he scores. Bradford Bulls quickly answer early in the third. It's 5-3. That's just poor judgment by the defenseman for the Bradford Rattlers, getting caught behind as no one picked up the lone streaker. Huey Shepard, leading point getter for the forwards of the Bradford Bulls, as it's going to be dangerous to let the leading point getter for the Bulls sweep in behind the defense. That was Linus Brofald, who was unable to pick the trailer up. So the Bulls regained their 2-goal lead. Logan Fraser shot it from the point. He's going to get his own rebound. Fraser will just gently chip that one back in away from Salter to the play of Downing. Downing broken up by Burkhardt. Burkhardt flips that one back down just as far as the opposition blue line. And so the Bulls looking to start back up on a break-in. Logan Fraser found his man Salter, chips it back to himself out of the reach of Schultz. Burkhardt found Valgazov. Valgazov, he's sent to the ground by number 8, Anthony McHale. Daniel Schultz. Back to Dennis Valgazov. He's on the ice with Yuri Skylarek and Nikita Stakno. So that first line with Morris, Skylarek have been separated. Trying to find offense all around as Daniel Schultz works it back over to Nikita Stakno. He's tripped up. No call on the play. Yuri Skylarek tees one up from the point. Shot blocked by Adis. Coming from the point of the rink wide chance was stopped on a shot coming by Billette. To the point it comes, Linus Brofald shot blocked. Again, lone streaker is 16 black for the Bradford Bulls. Shot streaked on back, broken up by Brofald. He found his man Guzanov once more looking for the hat trick. Guzanov shot it, big rebound in front there, and no one in a white jersey able to get that puck. Brofald to Guzanov. Guzanov got dumped into the high slot so Billette can take it back to the Rattlers. Behind the goal is Morris. Trying to stuff that one on, unable to do so. Morris to the point, Brofald. Brofald looking for an angle, won't shoot it, send it back down low. Touching it in after it is Lucas Billette. Chipping it along back, it came to the play of number 19 in black. Huey Shepard got the recent goal to make it 5-3. Guzanov for the hat trick, punch it towards the goal, rebound in front of the slot of getting Lukin and Braden Morris unable to retrieve it. Simon Bergkorn plays it on back over to Daniel Schultz. Schultz dumped it in with 15 minutes remaining in the third period. Julian Favel's line comes out for the Bradford Bulls against the Yuri Skylarwick line that has Nikita Sakno and Evgeny Lukin. Evgeny Lukin and Braden Morris, the first line, back together. Morris heads off for Vagazov. Wraparound bid in front by Evgeny Lukin. Unable to get anything going as Noah Preston standing tall once again. Time remaining in the third period as Stefan Nukapayak lines in for the face-off, won by the Bulls, however. Alistair O'Hagan elevators the puck to the play of Milan Kolesnar, trying to pitch fuck him. Lead pass there, broken up and intercepting at the point as Huey Shepard walks into that one. Pardon me, that was Trevor Costello, able to keep his zone alive again. Costello got it, tipped on goal and scored. Rupe Galante in front of the goal. Tipped it 5-hole into the Bulls lead 6-3. We're going to see another goaltending change. Trevor Babin's going to come in back to the crease. Milan Kolesnar getting the hook by Rick Jackman. Matayev Cherbakov on the face-off, broken up by the Bulls, and so Trevor Costello takes on for the Bulls. Again, Milan Kolesnar is out. Babin is back in. Linus Brofeld for the Bradford Rattlers. He shrieks back in, try to get a shot up, able to do so. Lucas Paulette trying to work it back to the goal and he scores. Lucas Paulette shot from the point, found its way through. Rattlers get their fourth of the game. That's Blet's first goal of this season. Hayden Downing on the point. Played it to Ryan Smith, got away from his stick, and so the latest goal scorer, Lucas Black, can make a rink by pass, broken up by Shefford, and now Handley will play it on back. Minus Brofeld, back ended it to Bullet. Bullet dumped it, broken up by Volchek Pfeiffer, played it back to Linus Brofeld. Puck sent back down by Brofeld, and so icing will be called on the Rattlers. On the face-off for the Rattlers, bumping back in along his Brofeld, intercepted by the stick. And so Downing has to be quick as Volchek Pfeiffer was hunting his down. Simon Bergkorn from his own end found Volchek Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer of Hollander with him. Pfeiffer, that had ice to the top corner. Bergkorn works it to the front of the goal. Didn't get all that he wanted on that shot. Daniel Schultz on the ice with Bergkorn. Paired on defense. Huey Shepard parks in front of the goal. He tangles up with Daniel Devonny. Pardon me, that is Edgar Landsberg. Landsberg takes a shot in the back and Landsberg returns the favor. They're going to get Landsberg on that slash. That's exactly what Huey Shepard wanted. Knew the officials weren't looking, so he gave Edgar Landsberg a few whacks in the back of the leg, and so Landsberg decided to return the favor. And the referee caught that one, so the Bulls will have their their sixth power play of the game. Costello found down, he's broken up. Headed to Pike, taking his foul, so the other streak gone back. The speedy Russian tried to gain him through and stopped by Preston. Was able to quickly get a line change on from their first power play line unit to their second. Gunned by Huey Shepard at center. Shepard won it for Howning. Ariola for the Bulls. He's going to go behind his own goal to kill a little bit more time, as the Bulls seem fairly confident they can hold off for 11:30 and try to take this one home. Huey Shepard, he's going to try his luck against Linus Brofald. Linus Brofald setting Huey Shepard to the ground. It comes to the point to Downing. Downing with Ariola with him. He found Ariola by Downing. Ariola to Shepard. Shepard won't shoot. Turns to the point, works it back down low. Getting there first is Calante. Rupe Calante held down, but it comes over back to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith looking over at Lucas Spillett. Next move by Smith. Cuts towards the front, stop by Babin. Downing chips it back in, and it's Linus Brofald. Try to backhand a pass, broken up by Downing. It comes to Ryan Smith again. Smith won't shoot it. Great diving effort by Valgasol, but he broke his stick on the play. Valgasol without a stick. Huey Shepard takes it, shoots it high and wide. And that puck corrals out of the zone until Dennis Valgasol able to get a new stick and get a new man on the ice, as Skylarek is on the ice with Matthew Reynolds, Burkhorn, and Schultz man the points. 10 seconds remaining in the power play for the Bulls. 10:15 to go in the third period. Burkhorn sending Briggs Blake to the ice into the power play is expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Skylarek aggressive forechecking on Downing at Ariola. Ariola deep hit by Lucan. Blake lost it to Briggs Blake. Briggs Blake tried to work it back over. He tried to get it from Skylarek, can't do it. Skylarek tips it on goal in front, and it's handled by Noah Preston. Burkhorn tried to shoot it through traffic, didn't get all the way through, and so quick shot turning around by Braden Morris. Never found his designated target. Schultz worked it back in deep, but it's going to be broken up by the Bulls and tried to keep his zone as Schultz. He did so successfully. Great play by him. Guzanov has to peel on back as long as Schultz. Schultz left it for Burkhorn. It's getting Lucan, works back in for the Rattlers. With it back to the front for Guzov. Trying to get the hat-trick goal to try to cut this game within one with 9 minutes to go. Ryan Jagilski streaks up the wing, finding Ryan Smith. Smith out of the reach of Jagilski. He's going to work it back down low, out of the reach of Ryan Smith, but he's going to get there first. Smith lost it to Lucan, and Morris once more. Lucas Paulette found Matthew Reynolds. Reynolds tosses it back over across to Evgeny Lucan. Tried to avoid a check coming by Logan Fraser. Braden Morris bumps it back in deep. Preston Allen's goal to play it to Fraser. Nearly coughed up in front of his own goal as Fraser streaks on back behind. Braden Handley. Lost it to Morris. Yukapayak on with Cherbakov. And it's sacked now, but we got a halt in play, and what have we hit? We'll play Kalante against Matthew Reynolds on the face-off with 7:55 remaining in this third period. It comes to the point, into the slot there, Babbitt never saw it through. O'Hagan sends his man to the ground, sack on low in the slot of Salter, shooting, stopped by Babbitt, rebounded to front. That's taken on by the Rattlers, and Trevor Babbitt coming out. Up. O'Hagan not seeming to get off. Babbitt's still not finished. Kolsnar will come back into the crease for the Bradford Rattlers. That's 4 goalie switches we've seen in this game. As it was O'Hagan who cut into the net mouth area in front of Trevor Babbitt, and so he gave him a pretty good whack into the midsection, and then proceeded to skate out of his crease and attack O'Hagan. Alistair O'Hagan, that is, for the Bradford Bulls. And that's just frustration, I'd have to imagine, as when Babbitt was getting escorted off, he put his arm in the air in the flexing motion to his Rattler teammates, saying for them to toughen up. Great leadership by Babbitt, taking matters into his own hands. Playing much like his idol growing up, Ron Hextall, former Philadelphia Flyer great. So Milan Kolsnar makes his way back into the net for the Bradford Rattlers as both teams talk over strategies as the two officials go to the timekeeper's area to sort out all the penalties that have just happened. penalties look to be all started up. We have a 5-minute major assessed to the Bradford Rattlers by Trevor Babin. Officials telling Rick Jackman they're going to be short 5 on 4. Minutes for slashing in a game misconduct. So that's a Trevor Babin. That's why there's a 5-minute major for the Bradford Bulls. So Daniel Levante will serve a 5-minute major. Ariola took it from the point, retrieved it, and gained it on back. Huey Shepard back to Ariola at the point, tees it up, shot it low, rebound in front there. Koznar squared it out. Face-off won by Shepard again off Valgazov. Ariola to the point. Walks the line, looks for an angle, won't shoot, turns it to Howden. Burn me Downing. Got back to Ariola. To Shepard. Shepard once more has the lane. Trying to make rink-wide pass. Gloved by Valgazov. He sends it back to the ice. Preston for the Bulls. Faked the long outlet pass, but he placed it behind to Ariola once more. Ariola elevated it to Ryan Smith, broke it up and knifed back in by the Rattlers. Ariola will start back up with 4 minutes remaining in the 5-minute major. Ariola got up back, trying to pitchfork it into the zone was Ryan Smith. As they waved off, here is Skylark on a breakaway. Gary Skylark in! Scores! Gary Skylark shorthanded goal. The Rattlers are a thin one. Rattlers are going to give it a kick at the can. Short-handed, Skylark comes right back in. Ariola got it rink wide, broken up by Adis. Adis sat back out of reach of Matthew Reynolds. Trevor Costello from behind his own goal will start back up, and out come the Bulls with 3 minutes remaining on the power play. Adis shot cut towards Milan Koznar, works it back to the front of the net mouth, broken up by Morris. Lucan hit over his man, trying to keep the play alive, and they do so successfully. Ada slaps it from an angle, punched away by Koznar, out of the reach of Salter. Braden Morris can't get it out, intercepted by the Bulls. It's Salter, back to Handley. Works it back in front of the net, mouth broken up, and up comes Braden Morris. Braden Morris roaring up the wing. Short-handed, but punched along by great play by Trevor Costello. Costello had it broken up. He's going to work it back along. Harassed a bit by Benny Lucan. Lucan still with it, plays it to the point. Lands profile shot, tipped on goal, and it got the glass. Lucan faked the shot, takes it again. Lucan, smart play, will come out of his own zone to kill more time. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on the 5-minute major, being served by Daniel Novotny. Bradford Bulls having a little bit of trouble breaking out of their own zone. 1:42 remaining, and the major penalty, 4 minutes 10 seconds in the third period. Out come the Bradford Bulls. It's Jagilski. Pardon me, Rupe Kalante. Back out of Ariola. Broken up by Wojciech Pfeiffer. Try to get all alone. That play will be touched up and offside against the Bulls. Minutes remaining in the third period. 1:25 to go. And the power play to the Bradford Bulls that has surrendered a short-handed goal to Yuri Skylaruk. So Hayden Downing, native of British Columbia, works it all back, broken up as Salter unable to get anything going there. So Huey Shepard can skate on back, intercepted, try to find Ryan Smith, can't do it. Broken up by Shepard once more. Downing takes it for the Bradford Bulls. Downing can't find Shepard. They're looking sloppy now. They have Rattlers have the Bulls on the runs a bit here. Rank wide pass. Broken up. Burkhorn shot it from the point and calmly as ever grabbed by Noah P. Preston. If you're just joining us, it's been quite a game thus far. 6-5 here in the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena. Braden Morris got it to Lucan. Lucan and Schultz came in to try to pinch up and catch the Bulls. Odd chance. Rupe Kalante met with a hit, broke into the slot. Great play by Daniel Schultz. Braden handling into the slot, they score! Mikhail goes top shelf. And it's 7-5 for the Bradford Bulls. So it almost looks guaranteed that the Rattlers are eventually going to tie this game back up. One mistake cost the Bradford Rattlers, as they're still going to be short-handed for just 15 more seconds, and the Rattlers will call a timeout. So 15 seconds remaining in the penalty to Trevor Babin. And only 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the third period. Rattlers are down by 2. Timeout has ended. Back to action we go. Still 10 seconds short-handed are the Rattlers. Puck gets bumped back in, so Adis is streaking on back. Lucas Collette working over his man. Wojciech Pfeiffer coming in to help. It gets to the point to Mikhail. Anthony Mikhail shooting that one. It's blocked back to 5-on-5 with 2:30 to go. Rattlers need 2 to tie it. Matthew Reynolds, Dylan Novotny on the ice with Wojciech Pfeiffer, Simon Burkhorn, and Lucas Collette. And a quick shot turned away by Milan Kolsnar, and he'll cover for no further play. Bradford Bulls look very good from start to to almost finish as the game still has 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in it. They are up by 2 goals. Brendan Handley lost it from Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith comes over to get the puck away from Evgeny Lukin. Lukin intercepting it there, but Daniel Schultz battling away with it, comes to the slot, trying to get it in front of Handley, turning around and firing that one wide. Bradford Rattlers come out. Milan Koznar heads to the bench for the extra attacker. We're all 6 on 5 for the Rattlers. Evgeny Lukin goes behind the net. To the point it comes to Burkhorn. Burkhorn got it on back to Schultz. Schultz teed one up in the slot. Rebound for Skyler Rick. He couldn't get a stick on it. Puck gets floated on back. Icing will not be called as Simon Burkhorn skates it on back with 1:20 to go in the third period. Braden Morris takes it on back to the Rattlers, shooting for a rebound, but none will be coming as it's eaten up by goaltender Noah Preston. Net is empty to my right. Rattlers have a 6 on 5 man advantage. Again, the net is empty for Bradford Rattlers. They need 2 to tie it with 1:13 remaining. Bulls won the face-off. They send it back on the length of the ice, so icing will be waved off by the near official. Simon Burkhorn first to get there. Linus Brofald off a stick. Prince Blake takes it from the empty net, didn't get all of it on it. Simon Burkhorn skates on back to Yuri Skylaruk. Skylaruk one-on-one against Fraser. Skylaruk into the slot, shooting that one blocked. Trying to peel it on back with the Rattlers, trying to double team any Bull with the puck there, but it's broken up on a breakaway chance with the net empty. Long chance, Anthony Mikhail scores. Anthony Mikhail, second goal of the game, back-to-back goals for him and the Bulls after they lead 8-5 with 40 seconds remaining in the third period. So if there is any doubt, none remains. The Bulls have opened up to a 3-goal lead. Look out, here we go. Referees will reconvene in the timekeeper's box to start the penalties once again. Chase Babin, thank you for the kind words. We wish you a good night as well. As the Bradford Rattlers, they didn't have such a great night here on the ice as they were going to drop their second straight game. They lost to the South Muskoka Shield 4-1. Now they're about to lose to the Bradford Bulls. That's going to be the third time that the Bradford Bulls will be taking down the Bradford Rattlers. Home opener for the Bradford Rattlers, they lost to the Bulls, and for the Bulls home opener, they played the Rattlers as the Bulls were victorious in that affair. So each team getting 2 players with 5-minute misconducts. So we have some 3-on-3 hockey. Shout out to Bill Fines, and look out, we have a fight here coming. As I thought I did, Alexei Bernetsky dropped his gloves. Alexei Bernetsky is looking to go with Anthony McHale. So just for precautionary reasons, Mikhail will be escorted out of this game, along with Alexei Bernetsky. Like I was saying, we got 3-on-3 hockey. Shout out to former color commentator Bill Fines. Favorite type of hockey was always 3-on-3. As our old partner Joe Todd would always give him a shout out whenever we would have some 3-on-3 action, so I decided, hey, I'll keep the tradition going. Shout out to Joe Todd and Bill Fines. If you're watching this game, which we do hope you are, we say hello from the Bradford Rattlers. Penalties have to be all sorted out. 29 seconds remain in this contest. Costello is on the ice with Julian Favell and Antonio Briggs-Blake. As don't be surprised if more action is set to follow. As the coaching staff for the Bradford Bulls and the players of the Bradford Rattlers having choice words for each other, as Briggs-Blake's on a breakaway and he scores. Antonio Briggs-Blake is going to celebrate and try the Rattler bench and look out. As Antonio Briggs-Blake was just finishing scoring the 9th goal of the game, the Bradford Bulls went in front of the Bradford Rattlers bench and grabbed the crest of his Bradford Bull jersey and flashed the logo. In front of the Bradford Rattlers bench. And so players on the Bradford Rattlers didn't take too kindly to that, as they decided to throw their sticks at Antonio Briggs-Blake. As the Bradford Bulls look to be exiting the ice surface with just 5 seconds remaining, they've probably seen enough here, so they're going to walk off with 5.9 to go in this third period. Bradford Bulls look to be staying on the ice. So next Sunday there will be no game here at home for Bradford. So Sunday, October the 20th, the Rattlers will be host to the Meaford Knights. That'll be the Rattlers' next home game, as Mikhail Cherbakov's on the ice with Brendan Morris and Lucas Willett with 2 seconds and 1, and this one is over. Great leadership by Brendan Morris, calling everyone on the Bradford Rattlers to come onto the ice and congratulate Alon Kolsnar on a well-fought performance. I gotta give props to Trevor Babin, who did start this game, but didn't finish. The Bulls have already left the ice, so Rattlers took a stick in the air of Luke Faithful here in the Bradford West Goldberry Arena after a tough game that saw a few fisticuffs being thrown here tonight. So final score here in Bradford, the Bulls 9, the Rattlers 5. For Nick Stella and the Bradford Rattlers organization, we'll wish you all a good hockey night for now.